What is going on, you guys? It's your boy Average Bob, and in today's video, we're going to recap the Week 3 matchup between the Giants and the Browns. Giants finally getting a win off the losing skid, moving to 1-2. Super jacked up. Was a tale of two halves in this one, where we looked absolutely lights out the first half. Everything was firing except for special teams. With the opening kickoff, Eric Gray fumbling it, and then Sean Watson hits Cooper for a touchdown 11 seconds in. We're sitting here like, oh my God, is it actually going to go this bad? But no, Daniel Jones looked perfect in the first half. Malik Neighbors, not one, but two touchdowns. But with that, let's dive into it because as we'll go through this video, we'll touch on the Giants' performance in the second half of this. I'm not going to lie, guys. I was literally the Homelander meme when he's just in the movie theater, just staring straight ahead when this play happened, and then Deshaun Watson hits Cooper for the touchdown, and you're like, there's 14 minutes, 49 seconds remaining. Like, what the hell just happened? Is this actually going to be how it goes down? Like, great ball by Watson. It's crazy because they got gift wrapped this field position. They score on the first play, and then the rest of the first half, the Browns really didn't do anything. I will say in the second half, I do give the Browns credit. They got booed off the field in the first half, and they did show a lot of heart and resiliency because, like what we watched as Giants fans last year, when the Giants offensive line super banged up, guys going down left and right, getting injured. A lot of that happened for the Browns in this one, and they were still able to fight through it. So the first thing I want to say here very quickly is I am already at my limit of the Giants running routes on 3rd and 4th down that are short of the sticks. We do it later in this game. I think like there's a throw to Slayton that looked like he might have caught, but he dropped it. But he's still like 3 yards short. It's like, when are we going to start? If it's 3rd and 11 and they're not blitzing, you still have a good pocket. Like, why are we throwing it 6 yards short? Like, and just hoping that someone over your young stud wide receiver is going to do enough to get a first down. Right side, punt. I got to say, for, banged up Browns offensive line, guys on this Giants front seven, Shane Bone's defense, just bringing the blitz. I thought Kayvon looked great. Burns looked great. Dexter Lawrence obviously looked great as usual. I'm just sitting on my couch doing the sexy Dixie dance when he has that sack, but I really loved what I saw from them today. Same thing as last week, guys, if you remember this. They keep like throwing it short. Again, 3rd and 6. But hey, Jones makes a play with his feet here. Let's just look at it, break it down. Only rushing 4 here. Andrew Thomas gets, guys, Myles Garrett's all-pro, whatever, defensive player of the year last year. He wants to run across your face. Andrew Thomas putting his hand on his hip and trying to just wash him across the line. Jones sees that, steps up. Unfortunately, the guard is the tackle's coming around, so Jones got to step up, make a play. Might have to take a couple hits and then throw it, but not enough for the first down. Again, I don't even know if that Jones, I think more on the wide receivers. Like,
I am an absolute natural spender. I've never had a budget. If I'm thinking about it.
And I always try to avoid commercials if I can, but yeah, 4th and 1. This is another unique play call because they're just kind of going with a jet sweep. 4th and 1. They do it. Barely gets it, but it doesn't matter. You got it. Let's look at this one. 2nd and 16. Giants in a spread. Theo Johnson, tight end. Good pocket. Myles Garrett just, doing Myles Garrett things. Ball's coming out to Wandell. Good route, good ball. See that? I don't have problems with that. But yeah, no, then the Giants start rolling, and it was one of those things. It's like we're so just not used to seeing this. We needed to see it. I think the Giants needed it too. I love these plays where you do a little play action to Singletary. I wish he got in there, but you know what? Give it to him again. Look, Jones running up. He wanted the block. I saw Anthony Richardson did that earlier in the Colts game. Motoring. No, Singletary getting in. That's, you just got to figure out the fumbles and stuff. Let's talk about my man, the last Mustang, Elijah Chapman. Just unbelievable play. This guy getting upfield, making a play.
His first NFL sack, the undrafted rookie out of SMU.
Go Stangs. Let's go. 7-7, 239. Wait, what did I just say? 1339. See, I wish you would think Daniel Jones, smart guy, went to Duke, would start trying to figure out when he wants to slide and other stuff, and he just doesn't. Okay, let's look at it. Gray at the top. Jones never looks really anywhere else. Might have neighbors, but by then it's already broken. Got to run for your life. Holding. Regardless, you could decline it and make them punt.
Most pressures allowed. Browns, unfortunately, top of the list in the first 2 weeks. Watson's pass.
Yeah, this play was open on both sides. Just like a quick curl. Like, let's look at it. Oh no, it's the in route. But they kind of just break it off and sit there. So they had the option to continue running or just sit, and that's like Malik Neighbors' best route right now. Go in and stop. It's my old faithful NCAA College Football 25 play call. Just get a little drag across the middle. Obviously, the Giants were sitting back on 3rd and 22, so he's able to connect a little bit there. This is what Illuminor on this play here. So Illuminor goes to go cut to the end. This is what he was supposed to do in game 1 on that screen versus the Vikings that got intercepted by Van Ginkel. Let's look at it here. Because obviously that means they want to come to Wandell because it's a quick out route that they have to get in his hands. So look at Illuminor trying to get the D-end edge rusher's hands down. Even though Danny Dimes is trying his best to look stuff off, I feel like he knows this is the play call. So it's just like a split second and then delivers a dime. But Wandell's good, man. I love Wandell. He's, this is what's great about having Malik Neighbors is he's able to open up other people, specifically Wandell. Jalen Hyatt, very unimpressive. Don't need to talk too much about him. We could cover it off this week in another video. And then Slayton too. But dude, a lot of these catches for Neighbors are he's just catching them, but he's so good at getting upfield as quickly as possible. Is it just me, or does rewatching these, I feel like Illuminor is constantly moving before the ball snapped, right? I might lose it, but whatever. And here you go, the Malik Neighbors coming out party. Should be an interception, so let's just talk about that, right? And when you have a guy like Malik Neighbors, this really, I was just watching this like OMG. Yeah, Wandell, also like Malik Neighbors, is so good at quickly getting upfield. And it just lowers the shoulder and goes. So, all right, 3rd and goal here. Unbelievable catch by Neighbors. It's a corner route, but he goes so far deep, and it just gives him, look at all that space up there for Jones to put it, which is why the throw is inaccurate. It's because Jones just is throwing it anywhere over here, being like, wherever I throw it, as long as it's not out of bounds, Malik Neighbors has enough space to get there, and he does. Both feet in bounds. Unbelievable. This kid he just looks so good on such a level that we're not used to. Probably could go without the gun celebrations and avoid those penalties that come with them. But, jacked up, you're blacked out, you do whatever you do. Okay, so now we're getting everyone. Malik Neighbors ups his game. Daniel Jones is up in his game. And now we have Brian Burns. Welcome to the party. Perfect strip, sack, fumble with the last Mustang, Elijah Chatton getting on it. Love it. Couldn't be more happier for this guy. I don't know. I don't know if I'm turning into like a boomer or something, but like I do enjoy some celebrations, but I think the running to the end zone after every single turnover is getting played out. This is a money route. This is a money route. It's a slant, but when he catches it, he just stops. And look how much space he gets when he does this. This is so impressive. Oh my God, you guys, we finally have something, a toy, a very, very fun toy to play with. And hey, if it's not number 8 here next year, whoever is here next is going to have hell of a thing. Guys, I think we have to start thinking about Daniel Jones anytime touchdowns because clearly Dable still has his fascination with the Josh Allen rushing attack offense, and this translates to Jones design play calls. Look at this. This is actually a pretty nicely designed play call. You've got, man-to-man coverage down here. This guy playing deep third. And then you got John Michael on a linebacker. Solid block by John Michael. And then if Jones could beat the last guy, probably scores a touchdown. And then John Michael almost landed on him. But here we go. Giants are flowing. 14-7 right before half. Defense makes a stop. And then now you got this guy's a total stud with his route running ability. Let's look at it. Okay, he's at the top. Just kind of doing an in. He's lucky this safety. He's kind of patrolling this area of the field. So as long as this safety isn't coming over to play him, he's got to worry about these guys too, where you can see where he's kind of looking. So let's look at it. Just quick out and in, and you can see, look at the defender's hips. He has to fully turn around. By that point, it's over. Great balls out. Touchdown. Good read. Great route. Great throw. Great touchdown after a turnover before halftime. What team am I watching by doing? Like, what team am I watching here? You know what I mean? Doesn't feel like the Giants, but it goes to show you the ability that they do have, that they can play to. And then the second half starts, and it's a completely different game. Yeah, you guys know on this channel I'm a huge Bellinger guy. He had a hold, which I thought was a little bit soft, but this is back-to-back weeks here where Mr. Motor turns into Mr. Fumbler. But doesn't harm him as much when you still win the game. People forget about it, but this is like another. Look at this left tackle up here is moving. Good left tackle. Right? Am I like? Did I think I was going crazy watching this game? Like clearly we could see here. I mean, whatever. It's 3rd and 8. The ball's getting snapped anyway. I guess they give him some time, but first down. Hey, look at this. The last Mustang here. First one on him. Tackled him from behind. This guy's freaking 300-pound joker. I love the last Mustang. Oh, Dexter looking good. See, this is what... Yeah, you see, what's his name wants to do the end zone celebration. I wasn't sure if we were going to do the end zone celebration or just dice moves all he got. 40-year-old virgin reference. Or no, knocked up. But 53-yarder. They miss. Huge miss. Giants get the ball back. I mean, this whole second half, the Giants weren't able to do much. The Giants love this guy, Theo Johnson. They do. I don't know if Dable is just like wants to like mold him himself, where like you saw the things in training camp where Dable's like, I go into meeting rooms, I grab Theo, I say, Theo, we got to do this. Like you got to be like Gronk, you got to do X, Y, and Z. And they're designing plays for him because there's no reason why that can't be Bellinger. But I guess we know what Bellinger can do. Theo Johnson right now, in their estimations, a little untapped. His potential's untapped. And then this play is just 3rd and 15, rocketed it off. There was stuff that led up to that. 3rd and 15, I assume, was like a delay of game or hold. I can't remember off the top of my head, but that's what happens once stuff starts going the wrong way. Hey, Jerome Ford. I don't pop Marley. I rock Jerome Ford. He looked good. That guy made plays. Azeez Ojulari had him dead the right on one play, and he juked it out of it perfectly. Yeah, I as much as I think Banks had a good game, and I think Banks is good, he doesn't ever search for the ball in the air, and I feel like that ball just hit his back right calf that like he could have intercepted. Anyway, whatever. Giants get the ball back. You're in your own end zone, and get motor going a little bit here. We didn't really see Eric Gray really offensively after he had the drop kickoff or the fumble kickoff return. Tyrone Tracy, they do try to get him involved in some plays that you could tell are made for Tyrone Tracy. So that goes to tell you what they think about him and how they want to use him. And that's what you have to do when you're... Look at Jones here. 20 for 25, 21 for 26, 222, 2 touchdowns. Let's look at this one. They're blitzing. 4-5-6. Edge rusher on the bottom of the screen drops off. And this is one... Illuminor is just taking who he thinks the most dangerous man is. Someone's got to come hot. And you could kind of see that it was like a wheeler out on the bottom, so there was never going to be enough time for Jones to make the stop. Or make the throw. So this is what pisses me off a little bit about Kayvon, though. He tends to do this way more often than I would like him to. Here's a draw coming up, but just watch, like, he makes, as someone who played offensive tackle, your life is made so much easier when you're playing someone like this, and you know it's a draw, and you can just easily take him out of the play, and just, like, it's almost like a half rep. Like, you don't have to do much. Like, let's just watch. Kayvon's at the bottom of the screen. Oop. Don't even have to do anything. It's over. I would just like to see him, like, I don't know how to fix him. I think he had his best game of the season, for sure. But I don't know why they have issues developing some of these guys, specifically him. Brian Burns just paid him, what, $28 million this year? Want him on 3rd and 15 covering passes. I don't know. Maybe they didn't want to blitz anymore because they're still up 14 at this point. And I think that's what became the tale of two halves. Then it became a field position battle where they're punting it, keeping the Giants back on their own, within their own 10-yard line here. But when you're thinking about it too, there's just a lot of things that go into a game that could have a result that you don't want. And when you start playing the field position battle and you take your foot off the gas and you stop running the plays that got you 3 touchdowns and 4 or 5 sacks in the first half, you stop doing those things that got you there. You start sitting back a little bit more. Then next thing you know, you give up a touchdown, they go for 2, and you're only up 6, and they have the ball back, and you're kind of like, oh man, this could be an all-time loss, which what I was kind of thinking. And that guy Jerome Ford, he tried hard for everything that he had available with banged up offensive line. What else? Azeez got a lot of burn today. I thought he played okay, but Deshaun Watson on this play, he still has talent, guys. Like, this is also a crazy, like, roll out left where, like, you would think almost, like, the ball's got to just come out to this guy in the flat. And he makes a lot of guys miss. It's very... probably freaking gas after running for that first. Now look at him laughing. Little RPO. Judy didn't really do much. This is the touchdown here. Pretty sure. Yeah. This route by Amari Cooper is incredible. If you just focus in on him, this is elite veteran NFL wide receiver. Been in the league for a long time. I know exactly how I want to run this route. Doesn't even matter. Banks trying to cover him, but, you know, we've seen those routes so far this season work very well against Banks. But Amari Cooper, I think, almost ran that just as good, if not better, than Justin Jefferson did in week 1. And then, hey, they go for 2 because this is like a Kevin Stefanski team, and this is what they do. And then next thing you know, you're up 6, and third and 12, you're going to go 3 and out. This game's much closer right now than how it went for 3 quarters. Love that throw. Great throw, great catch, great coverage. Guys, this is the thing. All right, Giants finally bringing a blitz again, but hey, they pick it up, banged up Browns offensive line, giving them kudos, giving them a shout out here. It's a beautiful ball. And somehow Amari Cooper just finds the fountain of youth and is just looking absolutely incredible today with 2 touchdowns and plays like that. Sometimes guys are just locked in the zone. What's Dexter doing here? Oh. Yeah, so if we could see here very quickly, not necessarily Dexter's fault. The center right guard, he's lined up to the little inside shade, or in the middle of the field. And right guard blocks down. Dexter is just going to take the easy route around. Unfortunately, opens a big hole because Aziz is shooting up. And you need a linebacker to fall. Let's see what happens. Both linebackers might be thinking pass because they are a little bit of an RPO. You have like a fake RPO screen up top. I mean, it's an auto handoff because they're not flying up. So, and then you got Okereke there. Oops. Need a laser pointer. But easy first down on 2nd and 3. Huge game coming up Thursday for the Giants. Cowboys weren't looking too good right now versus the Ravens. See, you would think this would almost be the nail in the coffin if the Giants can either kick a field goal or score a touchdown. You get gift-wrapped a turnover. Gift-wrapped. So, obviously, there was nothing worth of note on that play. What I can't stand is Jamie Gillen and Scottish Hammer absolutely blasting balls into the end zone. The Giants were punting, I think, from like the 50. Jeff Fiegels, one of the best Giants punters ever. One of the best punters of the last, 20 years? Right? I'm not dating myself too much. 25 years, let's say that. Can we show Jeff Fiegels? Can we call Jamie Gillen? Explain what a coffin corner is? Because clearly in Scotland or wherever he's from, never knows it existed. Let me just punt it into the middle of the field, and hopefully the punt returner is dumb enough to fair catch it within the 5-yard line. I'm sick of it. I find it hard to believe no one's had the conversation with him. Or why is the game plan always just punt it? Because Jonathan Vilma, very complimentary of him. Kenny Albert, very complimentary of him. And yes, he boots it, but when you're booting it into the end zone every time for like a net gain of like 30 or 25, I don't know. I expect more from punters, and Jamie Gillen is in it for me. But if you want me angry and yelling about punters, I don't know if I could do that today because we won. Look at Dexter. Okay, let's go back to this one. 4th and 1. Unbelievable play. Unbelievable effort. 97 right here. Middle of the field. Takes on a one-on-one block. Sheds him. Man in his face who is at right in his face. Dexter just put in work. Thought he was whatever and just tackles him. And again, you got the fumble before. Another turnover on downs. Can you win the game? The answer is no. They get the ball back. I mean, Cooper was having one of those days. That could have been it right there. Another drop on 4th and 5. Let's look at it here. Shane Bowen, 3rd and 5, says you almost got us there. Now Shane Bowen's going to come up here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blitzing. And then, let's see, picked up pretty nicely for 7 guys on the line. Picked up very nicely. I don't know if it got knocked away or you got to catch it, but acting like he knocked it away. And then my man, Singletary, motor, could have scored. Says, let's put it on ice. Pop bottles. Singletary goes down. Giants need it out. Giants move to 1-2. Yo, guys, I am so excited about just the way the first half of this game looked. Obviously, the second half isn't how we wanted it to go or look. But, hey, at the end of the day, they got it done, which is most important, especially when they gift wrapped the other team a touchdown 11 seconds into this game. A win's a win. I was very nervous, honestly. There was 2 things, right? I did say in my preview video that the Giants were going to cover the 6.5, and then I just didn't see us going 0-3. The Browns had a win over the Jaguars last week. The Browns, as you can see, have issues early on in the season. We have issues too, right? And a lot of teams that they thought were good lost today too. So there are issues around the league that, you know, you shouldn't necessarily crown some of these teams, except for Vikings. Vikings look pretty good. But most importantly today, the Giants got it done. Malik Neighbors is the best, I don't know, prospect we've had since Saquon, but Saquon was stoppable when you could pack boxes or it could be neutralized. It's just so much fun right now to have a young stud wide receiver that is league ready, pro ready, making plays, making everyone better. By him being good and attracting attention, it's going to open up 17, Wan'Dale Robinson. Maybe Slayton gets involved. Shit, they even threw a deep ball to Hyatt today. So, you know, maybe he steps in as well. But regardless, a win is a win. 1-2. Huge Thursday night matchup coming up versus the Cowboys that if they lose today, the Ravens, and drop 2 games at home back-to-back, you think they're going to come in with their piss absolutely hot to MetLife Stadium on Thursday night? It's got to be an absolute barn burner. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about the Giants' start to the season. Finally got a win. LFG. Thank you guys for watching, and have a great week. We'll get started with a preview coming up in the next day or 2. Thanks for watching.